I was born in the United States, so I didn't do anything to earn my citizenship, but I am a U.S. citizen. Um, about 11-ish years ago, I met a young man who I thought was very cute, and he followed me around for like 3 years before I started dating him, and we fell in love, and I knew that he was undocumented, and I knew that if I got married to him, that I would be volunteering to put myself in a stressful situation that I didn't need to be in. And I also had commitment issues, but that's a different story. But we ended up getting married because I loved him so much, and I knew there was no way I was going to do anything without him. I didn't want to do anything without him. I wanted to be with him, and I knew I wasn't going anywhere. And so we got married, and I thought I knew what I was getting into, but it was very different dating than it was being married. The stress of him being undocumented was my stress. I remember when we would have to drive separate cars places, since he couldn't get a valid driver's license, I would drive very closely behind him, and I would be very, very stressed out. Like, I would be white knuckle holding on to the steering wheel, telling myself, like, if he gets pulled over, I'm going to very gently sideswipe the police car and then take off running. And so then the police car will chase me and he will be okay. And even if I would get charged with a felony attempting to harm a police officer, to me, there was less at stake than if he were to just get pulled over for doing nothing. And each time he did get pulled over, or each time that he was even 10 minutes late coming home from work, it would send me into a panic. I knew he's a good person and I could trust him, and he was never doing anything that he shouldn't be doing, but maybe, I stopped by work and we'd hear all these stories about it happening to our neighbors, and I was always terrified that I would lose the most important person in my life. And a couple of weeks ago, because we had applied for the family petition, he was granted his residency. And that has been so huge for us, for our whole family. Now, my baby doesn't have to grow up worrying if his dad is going to be taken away. I don't have to worry if he's coming home late from work. It's still kind of hard to wrap my brain around, but when that piece of paper came in and it had his social security number on it, we both just stared at it and cried, because for 12 years we have been so scared to do anything, and it was just a piece of paper. But that piece of paper was everything to us. It was the ability to dream. It was validation. It was freedom. And it meant so much to finally be able to hold that piece of paper.